What a mess. I know this week we were supposed to show you our new trash area. Well, obviously we didn't get to that yet. This is going to be the spot where it's going to be located. Pulled out the big bush that was here. It was kind of a lot of work. We have a holiday this week, so the weather's been on and off, rain and storming, so plans got a little changed. So instead we've got something else planned. Let's go see what it is. Let's get started. So last week we talked about building an area for our trash bins for this video. However, change of plans due to various factors. So this week we're doing a roadside rescue. And this is one of the pieces I picked up recently. A cute little nightstand that needs some TLC. I'm going to sand it down and give it a refresh. So this is an old drop leaf table that I picked up probably a couple months ago. We used the legs to build a little small side table. Now I'm going to take this apart and we'll do something with a centerpiece today, and I'll save the side pieces for another day. I've got 4 of these pieces that were for the leaf on the table I picked up just the other day. That I'm not going to use for that table that I dismantled. So I'm going to use these for the legs for this coffee table. I'm going to cut them each down to 17 inches. So because of this drawer built into this table, I'm limited as to how I can attach these legs. So what I'm going to do is just drive some screws in from the inside into the leg so they won't show on the outside. I would rather have bolted them on there, but the bolts would be in the way of the leg, and it would frankly just take up too much time for me to work that out. So I'm just going to, like I said, drive in some screws and be all set.
So this piece is now finished. It turned out fantastic. I love it. I love this kind of our thing where we have partial wood, partial painted, and this, I really loved how it came out. The top that we found, when Paul picked it up, the top was a laminated wood, so it's not a real wood, so we really couldn't sand it down to a bare wood. But there are pieces and elements of wood on here, and as he started to sand, I really liked that it picked up kind of a mixture of different woods. I loved that. So I said, let's leave that and let's kind of mess with that a little bit. Then we had spray painted the handles white. And then, and I say we, but this is all Paul doing this, and then he had done the paint. We had started with kind of a grayish color. If you remember us doing our living room, we had kind of made a paint. I love the color. It just wasn't working for this piece. So it kind of acted like a primer because we ran out of primer. So we had to figure out what we're going to do. So that kind of gave it a base to stick to. And then we painted a couple of layers of, he painted a couple layers of white. So now we have this wood and white piece. This was found on the side of the road. It was completely free. We didn't even change the handles, except that we had painted it. So here we go. Here's the finished piece. I love it. And here is that piece, which Paul had found a piece on the side of the road a while ago. If you remember, I'll show you in a moment, we had taken that, the legs from that and made a little side table for our office. And then we had, what was left was the tabletop, and it had 2 leaves. So it was a fold down leaf, drop leaf table. So he had removed the 2 leaves on the side, and there was this middle part with a drawer on the end. So it gives him a little, we wanted this in his music room. We've been looking for Jacob, our son. We've been looking for a little side table. We needed something for the size for the couch. And it not only had to be to scale, but it also had to be something that worked well with him. So this was a cherry wood piece. So what we did was we sanded it down, and I really liked how it was coming out. So Paul then used a stain that we have. It's a darker stain, so I wasn't sure. We asked Jake about it. He loved it. He likes like all different kinds of shades of wood. He really liked this color. So even though it's maybe a little dark for my taste, it was something that it does fit in his room, and it gave it a little element of a different variation of the wood. So we have that. We saved the drawer and the drawer pull on it. It looks like a little lion head with a circle, but it was something unique. Jacob, like us, really likes to use reuse pieces, and he loves the history of pieces. So this worked out well. So the legs on this table were made from pieces from another table that he had taken apart, and it worked out beautifully. So he cut them to size, and there became the legs of this table. Stained the whole piece once it was all screwed in, and here it is, voila. A very simple and quick project that just gave him now a nice table for his room. So this is the table that we were talking about. These are the legs. If you can see it, it's kind of dark in this room, but if you can see the legs on this table, this was from that one table that we've now done like 3 different projects for. It's kind of exciting that we're able to do that. So I really like the shape of the legs here. And this was an old Lazy Susan that we made into a tray, and now it's on top of this to make a table. So I know if you've seen our previous videos, you would have seen this already, but we wanted to show you the table again from that one table. We've made legs for this. We've made a coffee table with different parts to it, and we're in the process of making some other things. So all from one table on the side of the road for free that looked honestly ghastly, and now it's turning into all these different projects that frankly I really love the unique look of these projects. So that was the week.
Yep.
This was a totally Paul week where Paul did all the projects. It led to what started out was the project over by the fence that we had announced last week. We were ready for it, and then the rain came off and on, and other things presented itself around the house. 4th of July vacation came up, so it led to, you dug out.
All right. Okay, so I dug out the spirea bush that was there. and found a new home for it. Hopefully it's happy there. And that's as far as we got on that project.
Yeah.
Because of everything that was going on, so.
It's a big project. It took him hours to dig out that plant, 'cause we wanted to try to save it.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully it survives. I think it
Yeah.
will. So we're just gonna give it some TLC over the next week or two, give it some water and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Should be good.
It's in a good spot that if that doesn't work, something else will, but
Yeah.
so that was there, and also a lot of stone and dirt, and there was some a raised stacked stone that was helping border it, so we kind of cleaned all that out. Now there's a big gaping hole, but it's going to be a future project, and yeah, go ahead.
Very soon. Well, that'll be our next project to get that done, but
Yeah. So then we had to shift our focus because we really wanted to get a video out to you guys, and we've had these lingering projects piling up in Paul's shed.
Yeah.
So we got to kind of clean out the shed. We don't show that this time, but we got to clean that out.
they're taking up space in there, so it's good to get that out of there.
Yes,
that was a good idea.
We're in the habit of making projects where we pick up things sometimes on the side of the road. Sometimes people will show us that they want something done, or they'll say to us, hey, do you want this piece? And it's not always, sometimes we like the look of it or the design of it, but we don't actually like the color, or maybe if it's a drawer or something, a drawer on a dresser, we may not like the pulls on it. So we kind of change things up. So sometimes we use the pieces, sometimes we resell them, sometimes we give them back to them because we did it for them. Sometimes we just, it's just whatever. We decide what we want for it. We may gift it to somebody. But anyway, these were a couple pieces where I don't think we really had an intention. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I really like how the nightstand came out.
Yeah.
And we might actually use that, or we might pass it on to someone else. And then there was that project where I showed you what we did with the table months ago, maybe.
Yeah, the legs from that drop leaf table.
Yes.
Those were handy for that, and now we've got a second project from that same table.
And we have a third one coming.
Third one coming with the leaves that came from that, the drop leaves, and we're going to use that for something else. So.
Yeah, so that project turned out really nice. We weren't sure what we were going to do with it, and my son in his music room has been looking for a coffee table for the longest time. And we had a dark stain, but he liked the color. It's a little dark for my liking, but he liked it. It works in his room. It came out great, and it looks like it was meant to be for his room. So that was the middle part of that table, and some legs from another piece. So that worked out really great. Yeah. But that was it for this week. Yeah. I didn't really have anything to do with it this week, as I was
busy with your own stuff going on.
I had other projects going on, but Paul was able to do this project, and he did a great job. I thought you did great.
Thank you.
So, which leads us up to next week. We will not be having a video next week because we are taking a long-awaited vacation.
Yes.
So we are on vacation next week, but the week after that, we will be back with, hopefully, unless something else presents itself, hopefully that section that we started work on.
The area for our trash bins. So
yes.
Hopefully that'll get taken care of.
Yes, where you dug out that bush. So, so that's the thought. So what we're doing now is we're taking a week off for next week. So we won't see you next week, but if you really want to watch some of our videos, take a look back at some of our other videos from the past.
Plenty,
We do, from a little over 2 years worth of videos. So if you're interested in any of those, look on our channel and check them out.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you there. We thank you for being a part of our Brambleberry Cottage family. We thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, and if you like this sort of content, please give us a little thumbs up. We'd appreciate it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
We are also trying out a new thing. We're starting on Saturday mornings. It kind of works out better. Sometimes our schedule just fluctuates, and we have to kind of go with the new flow that we're in at the time. So right now, what's right in our lives right now is a Saturday morning. So we hope that it works for you. We hope you don't miss our videos. So we'll see you in 3 Saturdays from now. So this coming Saturday, we'll have this video out.
Right.
So 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah.
So 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah. So not next Saturday, but the following.
Not next Saturday, but the following Saturday, you will see us for another video. Thank you so much.
Yes.